Hi everybody, I am Gabby.
And I'm Paul.
And we are the PB&G Home Group.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Still, cool.
As we promised you guys last week, as we're going to have these weekly fishbowl chats where we bring to you all of the real life questions that real life people just like you ask us on a weekly basis in hopes that you'll gain some value out of some of the questions that others are not afraid to ask. This is a game where the points don't matter because Paul actually never knows what questions we'll be bringing to the table so that you can get some raw, uncensored, and honest opinions from my dear CEO, Paul. So here's the question for this week. Paul, we are getting a lot of questions about condos over the summertime.
Yes.
Folks are here on vacation. They're thinking about purchasing into the condo lifestyle.
Right.
And we get a lot of questions about HOAs. What's included in some of the condo HOAs around here in North Carolina?
Yeah, that's a good question. The condo associations around here for folks who live inland, the fees can look a little higher than you might expect. Out here at the coast, not only are you paying for the amenities, but you are actually paying for insurance on the buildings as well as the extra wear and tear that goes along with living in the salt lifestyle. So buildings are a lot more expensive to maintain out here, and that generally pushes up the condo dues. Now, the one thing that I always like to tell folks is if you see condo dues that look like they're a real bargain, you need to check with Gabi or me, because in some cases, the condo association dues are not including the insurance. They're actually billed separately as a special assessment on an annual basis. So one way or the other, you're helping to subsidize the insurance of the building, and it's just a question about whether it's in the actual dues or whether we need to find out what the special assessment is.
What about things like TV, cable?
Depends entirely on the complex that you're in. Many of the complexes here offer basic cable included, which is like 13 channels. It's been a long time since any of us have had that many or that few. In some cases, some internet access is provided. Otherwise, if you want to get internet access or if you want to upgrade your cable package, you can absolutely do that on top of what they provide as well. Another question that comes up is, are my property taxes included in the HOA dues? And the answer is no, they are not. You're still responsible as a homeowner for paying your own property taxes to the city and county.
And lastly, we also often get asked if the interior is covered. You mentioned the exterior insurance of the building. What about interior?
So as far as insurance goes, the interior is still up to you, and most providers have what they'll call renter's insurance or condo insurance, which basically covers your contents. So the association will take care of insuring the exterior of the building, and you need to have your own to cover the contents of your place. And one thing that is kind of tangential to the question you were asking is, the question often comes up, are windows and exterior windows and doors covered in your HOA dues as far as having the association maintain those for you? The answer is generally no. So they will have guidelines for you to replace your own, but for the most part, they're not included. There are some complexes that have gone through a process of replacing the sliding glass doors with higher quality, more storm-resistant doors. But one way or the other, you're going to end up paying for it either through a special assessment or an increase in the dues, or they'll just ask you to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, and we'll give you a hack because sometimes people also ask us, well, how do we find out when those special assessments are due or if they're ever due? And unfortunately, Paul dropped our crystal ball a few months ago, so we actually cannot retrieve that. And what it is that we will do for you is we're happy to put you in touch with the management associations to see what has happened historically, which may still not give you an indication of what may be happening down the road, and yet it can give you a pretty good sense of how well those management companies have been keeping special reserves, if they have any special reserves, or if they already have anything on the books that may cost you as a potential future homeowner a lot of money. So that's what we have for this week. Come back to see us next week where I will be pulling another question for Paul that we'll just watch him answer. And again, if you have any other questions about HOAs for condos and condo associations here on the Crystal Coast, call Paul Or I'm still Gabby, and we are the PB&G
PB&G
Home Group. Have a great day.